JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, cops probing if St. James man's death is linked to his court case. Police are trying to determine if Wednesday's killing of a man in Rosemount, Cambridge, St. James has anything to do with the shooting case yet before the courts. Quincy Foster, otherwise called Bushead, a 28-year-old mechanic from Post Office Hill in Cambridge, was found shot to death in his community. Information received indicated that around 1:50 p.m., residents heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots and called the police. Lawmen rushed to the area and found Foster lying on his back with multiple gunshot wounds to his upper body and head. Foster was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Despite the number of bullet wounds on Foster, no spent casings were found at the scene. Foster, police revealed, was the accused in a case of shooting with intent currently before the court. He was charged with shooting a man known as Orrit Morris and was out on bail on that matter. Police say they are trying to determine if there was a possible link between that shooting and Foster's death. Morris was subsequently shot and killed by gunmen in Cambridge last month. Probe launched after cops say they found dead at their St. Catherine home. An investigation has been launched after the 12-year-old nephew of a policewoman was found shot to death in Snake Hill District in Point Hill, St. Catherine on Saturday. The child, identified as Marco Brown, a student of Jonathan Grant High School, was with his mother at their home where the cop was visiting. Reports received indicated that the cop, a constable, went to the home and the mother was combing her hair outside. A loud explosion was heard inside, and upon investigating, the child was seen lying on the floor beside a bed with a gunshot wound to the head. The cop's service firearm was found in her handbag on the bed beside him. The firearm's muzzle was turned upwards. The authorities were called and the scene processed. 3 killed as bloodletting and robberies continue in Westmoreland. 2 men were shot dead in separate incidents in Westmoreland on Saturday morning, and another man shot dead on Saturday night as criminals continue to wreak havoc in the parish. One of the deceased men has been identified as 54-year-old Omar James, a fruit vendor of St. James. The second victim has only been identified by his alias Rasta. Reports from the Savlamore police are that about 6:10 a.m., James was unloading fruits from his motor vehicle when a motorcycle drove up with 2 men aboard. One of the men then approached James and opened gunfire, hitting him in the head. The men then drove off on the same motorcycle. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, James was seen lying along the roadway in a pool of blood with a single gunshot wound to his head. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Speaking on Saturday afternoon, Zone 4 Commander for Little London and Negril, Deputy Superintendent of Police DSP Sean J. Mitchell, said the second incident took place on Namperl Road in Negril. With a murder shortly after 10 o'clock this morning on Namperl Road, it is reported that a gentleman was coming out of his premises in his vehicle when was pounced upon by a man who shot him several times in his vehicle. He subsequently died on location, DSP Mitchell revealed. Meanwhile, 32-year-old Denloy Brown, otherwise called Jappo, of Gordon District in White House, Westmoreland, was shot dead in the community on Saturday night. Reports from the police are that Brown was outside his premises about 8 p.m. when residents heard loud explosions. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Brown was seen lying on his back, suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. According to the police, Brown's murder is as a result of a dispute in the community. Apparently, it seems to be in relation to a long-standing dispute between parties in the community. DSP Adrian Hamilton revealed Brown is the second person to be killed in the community in the past days. On Monday, 21-year-old Javon Foster, otherwise called Kutu, was murdered. Mitchell said 2 persons were robbed outside a mini-mart at Westland in Negril on Saturday morning. He said thieves grabbed items from their vehicles. He said the police have been responding to a number of incidents in the space, and is appealing to citizens to cooperate with the lawmen. We are urging citizens to report any unusual activities and the strange vehicles parked at premises, report them to the police so we can investigate same. He appealed. He added that a number of assets have been deployed in the Negril zone. We have the quick response unit, the military police support. We have a number of police patrols along Norman Manley Boulevard, Red Ground, and along Namperil Road, he assured. On Friday, Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western, Morland Wilson, called for a state of public emergency amid the spate of robberies and murders in the parish. Indicom probing fatal shooting by a security team in St. Catherine. The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, is probing the fatal shooting of a suspect by the security forces in St. Catherine on Friday morning. Zidane Eslop, a 25-year-old of LOC Penn, Spanish Town, was killed during a reported confrontation with a military team about 12:20 a.m. An illegal gun and 11 rounds of ammunition were seized in the incident. It's reported that members of the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, were on foot patrol in LOC Penn in an area known as Capture Land when Eslop was seen acting in a suspicious manner. He reportedly pulled a gun and opened fire on the soldiers who returned fire. Eslop was shot and taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. 28-year-old man charged following Manchester gun attack. A 28-year-old man has been charged after allegedly shot and wounded 2 men in Manchester last month. Charges Akeem Barrett, otherwise called Boise or Casey, a construction worker, of 3 Chains district in the parish. He was charged with shooting with intent, aggravated assault, wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 4:40 a.m., 2 men were walking on Ward Avenue, Mandeville, when they were allegedly pounced upon by Barrett, who was traveling in a motor car with an accomplice. Barrett allegedly then shot the men multiple times. The police were alerted, and both men were taken to hospital where they were admitted for treatment. Following an investigation into the incident, Barrett was arrested. He was charged after he was questioned in the presence of his attorney. Barrett's accomplice is currently being sought by the police. Quick action by JCF response teams net significant outcomes, says Deputy Commish. Since the start of the year, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF quick response teams have effected more than 1,000 arrests, seized 19 guns, and issued more than 13,000 traffic tickets, says Deputy Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake. He made the disclosure during a ceremony at the Police Commissioner's office in Kingston on Friday during the handover of 74 motorcycles to the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch. Blake said the JCF has been on a robust transformation journey aimed at presenting a professional workforce that consistently delivers quality service through the utilization of the most modern tools and the technologies. The receipt of essential equipment, such as these motorcycles, furthers this agenda. These 74 motorcycles come at an opportune time to be deployed island-wide as we begin scaling up our presence to provide reassurance and peace of mind for law-abiding citizens as they engage in shopping, entertainment, and other leisure activities during this coming Yuletide season, Blake said. He assured that the JCF members will be out in their numbers to ensure that persons have a safe and peaceful holiday shopping experience. For persons with ill intent, I have a message for you. I encourage you to think twice and try to peacefully enjoy the holiday season, because if not, we're also preparing accommodation for you, Blake warned. Meanwhile, the Deputy Commissioner said the additional motorcycles represent an investment in the national security toolkit that the JCF does not take lightly. We recognize our responsibility to safely and strategically use these assets to maintain law and order by actively intercepting and engaging those whose sole intent is to disrupt and cause mayhem, Blake pointed out. In the same breath, I want to urge our police officers to use this responsibly, giving due care to their upkeep and maintenance. I use this platform as an opportunity to convey our assurance that the vehicles allocated to us are under the meticulous management and surveillance of our ISO 9001 Certified Transport Management and Maintenance Division. Furthermore, through our established framework arrangements with the garages across the island, the uptime of our operational fleet is significantly improved, he added. Blake further noted that as the JCF capabilities are strengthened, they continue to invite well-thinking Jamaicans and members of the business community to join in combating crime and criminality. Our mobility is key to saving lives, and we will put these motorcycles to work as we continue to help keep our people safe. Our commitment to public safety remains resolute, and we stand united in our collective effort to ensure the well-being of our country as we remain a force for good, he said. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.